Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope all the students are doing fine. Today's topic is on the board: irrigation and drainage. But before I forge ahead, I have something to show you. When you want to carry out, what is irrigation? Irrigation is the application of water to the farm in the absence of rain. And when you are doing that, there are some certain equipment that you need that we call irrigation equipment. For example, you need pipe, and as well you need nozzle. A nozzle is an equipment that when water passes through it, it will fall down as rain. I hope you can see this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Now, all right, let's continue. What is irrigation? Irrigation is the artificial application of water to the farmland to improve farming activities. And this normally takes place in an area where there is absence of rain. That will now take us to aims of irrigation. Number one is to cool the soil and the atmosphere. 2, to ensure survival of crops and to make early planting possible. Effect, importance or effect of irrigation. It provides moisture to the soil for root absorption. It dissolves nutrients so that the plant can make use of them. It encourages the spread of weeds. It enables the crops to be established and also facilitates crop production all year round. We have different types of irrigation system. The first one is surface irrigation system, subsurface irrigation system, and overhead irrigation system. Each of them have their advantages and disadvantages. What is surface irrigation system? This is the system in which water from streams, dams, and rivers flows along the surface of land into the farm. And there are some methods you have to employ whenever you want to carry out surface irrigation. Such methods are channels, flooding, contour, ditch, furrow, and basin. What is channel? Channel is a large bed through which the water can flow through from a water source. Then you now use the ditch to pass it small into the farm. Ditch are small beds through which water are being directed to enter into the farm. We have furrow, and furrow are those spaces in between two ridges. Irrigation water can as well flow through them. What are the advantages of surface irrigation? 1, it is easier to construct, it is cheaper to establish, and it removes excess water caused by heavy rainfall. Disadvantages of surface irrigation. 1, it can be successful. Disadvantage, it cannot be successful in sandy soil. It cannot be practiced where the land is very hilly or where you have mountainous areas. That will now take us to the factors to be considered in choosing surface irrigation system. 1, you have to consider the soil type, the type of crop to be grown, and the topography of the farm land. Number 2, subsurface irrigation. What is subsurface irrigation? Subsurface irrigation, this is the system in which water is applied below the surface of the farmland, and this will now make the water to go up towards the root base of the plant, and this is what we call capillary action. Advantages of subsurface irrigation. 1. It ensures low evaporation losses. 2. High water use efficiency, and it maintains water at optimum depth. The major importance of this very subsurface irrigation system is that little amount of water can be used compared to that of subsurface irrigation, compared to that of surface irrigation that allows the flowing away of water. What are the disadvantages of subsurface irrigation? 1. It is expensive. Water with high saltwater content cannot be used because it will be concentrating in the soil, and that will be very toxic to the plants. The third one is overhead irrigation. Overhead irrigation. What is overhead irrigation? Overhead irrigation system. This is the system in which water is applied to the farmland above the surface of the soil. And that was the first thing I demonstrated when I was showing you this. Let's continue. We have forms of overhead irrigation. Overhead irrigation also comes in different forms. We have two here. 1. Sprinkler irrigation. Water is sprayed from the air and allowed to fall on the ground surface as if it is rainfall, and I've just demonstrated it. What are the advantages? Advantages of sprinkler irrigation. 1. The amount of water supplied is regulated. 2. It economizes the use of water. Disadvantages of sprinkler irrigation: it is costly to operate, and high wind velocity can blow away the water, and that will prevent maximum water from reaching the soil surface. Another method of overhead irrigation apart from sprinkler irrigation is drip irrigation. Water is discharged through nozzles called emitters or drippers, which with selected spacing to deliver water to the surface so that the plants can make use of them. Advantages of drip irrigation. 1. It economizes the use of water. Liquid fertilizer can be used, can be applied to the farm through this type of irrigation method. What are the disadvantages? Disadvantages of drip irrigation. 1. Water can be distributed evenly on sloping farm land, and it is very, one of the disadvantages is that it is very expensive as well to construct, but water cannot be distributed evenly. The next point here is importance, is problems associated with irrigation. Problems associated with irrigation. 1. Irrigation equipment are expensive to purchase and to maintain. 2. Waterlogging of the farm due to excess irrigation water that may be applied. 2. Accumulation of salt water can be harmful to some organism that does not like salt water. 2. Inadequate water supply and lack of adequate technical manpower. The next topic here is definition of drainage. What is drainage? Drainage is artificial removal of excess water from the farmland to improve farming activities. Importance or effects of drainage. 1. It improves soil aeration. 2. It helps to increase the soil temperature. It enhances early planting of crops and also reduces soil acidity and soil salinity. We also have types of drainage system, the same way we have types of irrigation system. But here we have two types of drainage system. 1. Surface drainage system and subsurface drainage system. What is surface drainage system? This is a system of removing excess water artificially from farmland by using constructed open drains, field drains, and land grading. Once all these things are done, the excess water on the farm will be drained away. Advantages of surface irrigation. 1. It is very easy to construct. 2. It is cheaper than that of subsurface drainage system. Disadvantages of surface drainage system. 1. It is difficult to maintain. It increases cost of production. And another thing is that it hinders or obstructs the movement of farm machines. Let's move over to subsurface irrigation system. What is the meaning? Subsurface irrigation system is the system of removing excess water from the farmland by using drain tipes, drain molds, and perforated pipes that are dug under the ground. Advantages of subsurface drainage system. 1. It does not obstruct or hinder farm machine movement. 2. There is low cost of maintenance and it drains excess water faster compared to that of surface irrigation. Disadvantages of subsurface irrigation. 1 is that it is difficult to construct and difficult to maintain. That will now take us to problems associated with drainage. 1. Concentration of salt water from drainage water may harm fishes and wildlife. Blockage and breakage of pipes that are buried underground, especially in subsurface drainage system. Another one is obstruction of farm machines in the aspect of surface drainage. Last but not the least, lack of adequate technical know-how or the expertise to construct this are not adequate. To recap, we treated definition of irrigation, aims of irrigation, importance or effects of irrigation, types of irrigation system, where I mentioned surface irrigation system, subsurface irrigation system, and overhead irrigation system. And also made mention that we have problems associated with irrigation. One is that it is expensive to construct, the equipment are very expensive, and lack of technical know-how is another thing. We then move to definition of drainage, importance and effects of drainage on crop production. One of it is that it makes the excess water on the farm to drain so that we can have space to grow our crops. Types of drainage system, mainly there are two: surface drainage system and subsurface drainage system. The subsurface drainage system is also called underground drainage system. Problems associated with drainage. One of it is that in the case of subsurface drainage, there could be breakage or blockage of drain pipes buried underground. And in surface drainage, farm machine movement can be obstructed. Thank you. We shall meet in the next class. And there will be assignments in the notes. And make sure that you do all the assignments accordingly and submit timely.